Welcome, Smart Tubers. This is Michele Denardi Tamburus from Orlando, Florida, to talk to you about some impressions that I have in relation to the cancel culture practice that is common through social media and censorship. I noticed that the way people behave in as a group go over someone, mainly famous people that have say in many subjects and influence the decisions and the way the public, the audience think, create a fear for these people to say something that is not acceptable in relation to the point of view of a group of people based on religion or political positions or moral standards. So if you stop and start thinking about the way the censorship works, the only difference you are going to see is that that is going to impose these penalties when we speak about cancel culture is a group. And when we talk about censorship, it's come from government. Of course, the government has power to enforce by violence their censorship. And the group of individuals, no. The group of individuals can enforce this penalty by influence companies, big companies, to dismiss agreements, to void contracts with people who just said something that bothered a group. It's important we start think about that, because today if you see the way people are behaving and the way people are enforcing these penalties, create the idea in the society that is acceptable. You'll be rejected because of your beliefs or the way you think. And I think it's a way to open a door to the government and start to enforce situations that is gonna lead to the censorship. And if people already are accepting the way these groups are behaving and use this cancel culture to reject groups, reject people, reject ideas and political positions in society, they are opening this dangerous door. And Rand, that defends the individualism, said that it's very dangerous to have a powerful government that go over the individual rights, the civil rights. A group of people can't enforce censorship, but they are using this cancel culture thing to create this idea that, okay, you can be rejected because the way you think or the political party you are related to. It is very dangerous, and it's a way to accept lose your liberty and the freedom that is very important and rare. It is the only thing that human being has to feel like they exist and they can thrive and live their own lives, can be very, very soon just cancelled. So start to think very serious about the liberties you are losing already. I think some freedom already are gone. So it's very dangerous, and people should start think about the normalization and the acceptance of the cancel culture, because it is an open door to censorship that only government can impose by force. By the way, I would like to point that the democracy, the idea of democracy that came from the Greeks, it's just put different people with different ideas in the same room and discuss about different subjects and tell their different point of view. But what is going on nowadays is totally the opposite. People can't stand to be in a room with other groups that think in a different way, because what enrich the debate and promote more knowledge, just bring together different points of view in order to create idea about what would be good for all people. That is the democratic system. But when someone starts to say something and the other ones interrupt to say that this one have an idea that is against democracy, it's not a democratic way to think. Why it is against democracy? Because just raise the voice to say the other one is wrong and say something against the democratic system, you have to have background to explain why have ideas, convictions that is against the democracy. Because you just say, oh, it's against democracy, but you don't say why. You just can't say it's against democracy. You have to say why it's against democracy, because you create a situation that is going to broke the system that already we have, that we consider a democratic system. Because if you don't say why the other ideas or the other thing is against democracy, how could you say that thing is against democracy? I think it's very dangerous to start using very important words in a way that you just vulgarize this so important system. You just create the idea that it's superficial and it's not important. Thank you for watching and see you next time.